They killed 2 babies and now they killed a frickin' dog, man. You guys just... Fear the Walking Dead is out there, man. I'll tell you that. It's got balls. I'll give the show that. It's got frickin' balls. Previously on Fear the Walking Dead. And you have him that gets attacked by, well, whoever the hell this group is. The Stalkers, I think is what we're supposed to call them. As you guys can see, it's like nighttime now. Like, it's late at night and I'm reviewing this episode now. So that just goes to show I've waited almost about 24 hours for this episode. We finally can talk about this episode of Fear without wondering where the hell it is. Almost 24 hours and I'm only seeing the episode now. I love you, AMC Plus. Keep up the great work. Hey guys, it's Dan, your host here at Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. This is going to be doing my weekly review for this week's episode of Fear the Walking Dead Season 7. This is for episode 4, titled Breathe With Me.
Step away from my brother.
You bringing strays to my doorstep?
You're gonna help me find Mr. Jones.
Makes you think you're gonna do what your brother couldn't.
And before the video starts, I want to say happy Halloween to everybody out there. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day on this Halloween day. October 31st is Halloween. Man, honestly, I cannot believe the year is going by so darn fast. But today is Halloween, so I figured let's add some scary lights, kind of, do kind of a creepy vibe for this video. Maybe even actually turn it down a little bit more. Maybe switch it up a little bit. We got some new lights here for the channel. So yeah, we're kind of switching stuff up here. I think that's good. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. So anyway, let's get into this week's episode of Fear the Walking Dead, episode 4. So, really enjoyed this freaking episode, man. Really enjoyed this one a lot. This episode is basically a Sarah episode this week. As we've, had this season, we've had ourselves kind of like these, focused episodes. Which I think have been working fairly well this season, just like Fear Season 6. But so far we've had the Strand episode, then we had the Morgan and Grace episode, we had the John Sr. and June episode, and then this week we get to catch up with Sarah and the group that got taken by the CRM. Now, we don't see CRM in this episode necessarily, however, we do get to see the group that was taken by CRM, which are, of course, Sarah, who is the lead of this episode, as we kind of wake up through her perspective, she's been out for a few days, and she is now going to be out looking for Wendell. But we have Daniel, Althea, Luciana, Rabbi Jacobs, who actually does not make an appearance in this one, and Charlie, who are all there. So basically, Sarah goes out in this episode looking for Wendell. She wants to know where he is, especially after what happened with the fallout and this and that. She gets in contact with Morgan, which I thought was pretty cool. And then, of course, as the conversation just kind of gets cut out, you get the meeting between her and Emil's brother, Josiah. Now, obviously, he wants to get revenge on Morgan for what happened, but he makes a deal with Sarah to basically help her find her brother in exchange for her to take him to Morgan Jones, right? You seen Mr. Jones, right? So I really like what they did with his character in this one, where they kind of made him like a lot of like how his brother was, finding like the bandana. It's like it holds the scent of the person we're looking for, it's the same type of stuff. It's really, really cool how they kind of, brought that all back. And there's actually some other callbacks to 601 in this one as well too coming up, which I think is really cool. However, basically, we get to see Sarah. She, is trying to find Wendell. They make a deal. We basically find out that his brother is actually pretty, civilized, it seems like. He's pretty normal. After he kills some of the dead, he actually buries them. And Sarah's just like, what the hell? It's very, very crazy. But basically, they run into a guy that comes from the Stalkers. At least that's what we're thinking they're called. Well, that's what we call them so far, as the Stalkers. And they don't trust him, so they get him to basically take all of his clothes off, basically, except for like his underwear. I think that's about it. And they freaking get him to basically run around almost naked to get them to take him, to where he found, this thing from Wendell, right? So, of course, they have the hat. They have now another, like, bandana or whatever, and they're just trying to find Wendell. Now, they go to this place with all these walkers, basically, that are all taken up in this building, and we find Wendell's old wheelchair, and it's, like, covered in blood. And I remember I was just like, what the hell is going on here? And, of course, the prisoner gets away. He gets back to his people, which we find out later on in the episode. But basically Sarah decides, you know what, I'm going to take off without you. I'm going to go find Wendell. You know, she's just not thinking right. So she goes off, and basically you got Josiah that catches up to her, gets inside of the vehicle, and Sarah tries to get him out, and they start fighting basically, and then they go over the little hill, right? So they crash, and then we wake up into like the dead of night basically, and you've got like, you know, kind of some radiation going on there, and you've got basically now Sarah, who now doesn't know where Wendell is. You know, she's really thinking like he could be dead, and that maybe they're not looking for Wendell, they're just looking for a body at this point. Like, that's kind of Sarah's mentality. But you've got Josiah that kind of helps her through it, you know, when she's having a panic attack and stuff like that. And it's very interesting, you know, that they kind of went the good guy approach with him. I thought it was really cool how they kind of did that. And he really was an interesting character in this one. He helped Sarah kind of through it, and then of course they got out together and they fought the dead together. And then, all right, let's talk about it. Morgan frickin' comes in. Obviously, he lost connection with Sarah earlier. We get a rematch, if you will, of Morgan versus Emil, except now it's Morgan versus Josiah. Now, really cool, man. They frickin' did it almost the same. You got Morgan with the axe. They're battling back and forth, bro, right in the frickin' radiation. Love that scene. That was frickin' sick. And I love how Morgan said, I forget how he words it, but I remember he says something like, hey, I thought I killed you. You know? It's like, frig sakes, man, Morgan, you can't catch a break. He's like, hey, I thought I killed you. Nope, okay, I'm gonna friggin' kill you now. So, love that. That was fantastic. But anyway, they make amends, basically, but unfortunately, it comes at a price, which... man, fear with its freaking deaths like this, man. So, unfortunately, in this one, we get to see the death of Rufus. Yeah, Rufus the dog. They actually killed the dog in Fear the Walking Dead. So, yeah, like I said, they killed 2 babies, and now they killed a freaking dog, man. You guys just... Fear the Walking Dead is out there, man. I'll tell you that. It's got balls. I'll give the show that. It's got freaking balls. But, just... Good Lord, man. Like, that was just... I don't know. I didn't like to see that. And honestly, I kind of wish that they kept the dog alive. I actually don't really see the purpose in that. I guess it's to kind of get the fight to stop, but I mean, damn, like, I don't know. That is one flaw I will say this week. I don't like how they killed the dog off. I felt like that was a little unnecessary. Just my opinion. I felt like that was a little unnecessary, and maybe they should have kept the dog around. I don't really see the purpose in it, you know? I kind of don't. I know it's to stop the fight, but you could have stopped the fight many other ways, if you ask me, that didn't involve killing off an animal. I don't feel like that was needed in this one. But anyway, they bury him, and basically Josiah decides to go with Morgan and Sarah and team up and go find Wendell. So they do just that, and they go to Strand's tower, and we actually get a meeting between Morgan and Strand. As Sarah, of course, is there, and she asks, like, is Wendell there? And we actually get the pleasant surprise, Wendell is with Strand. So that is, yeah, that's crazy. It sounds like Wendell's with Strand. I don't know where the hell he's been this whole time, but it's about damn time we find out, so that's pretty interesting, I guess. And, yeah, Strand just is all about proving Morgan wrong. And Morgan obviously takes Sarah back to the submarine with Grace, but Josiah goes his own way. So that's another thing. I'm not really sure why that happened, but I guess, yeah, I don't know. That's a bit weird as well, too. That's kind of another minor thing with this one I didn't really quite understand. But Strand, man, just always about one-upping Morgan all the time. So, yeah, we'll see where that goes. That was pretty interesting. Yeah, basically the episode ends with the one of the warheads that is left. The stalkers now have, and they are in possession of that, and it's the same one that was nearby the truck that Sarah and Josiah were near to earlier in the episode. Now the stalkers have that, which it seems by the promo for episode 5 with Dwight and Sherry, we are going to see a lot more of the stalkers group, and we're going to really delve into those characters a lot more next week. So that should be interesting. But overall, really enjoyed the episode. I really did. Sarah actually was not all that bad. I actually did not mind Sarah at all this episode. I don't think she was phenomenal, but I definitely tolerated the character, and I thought that I thought she was pretty decent, and I think the episode overall was pretty good. I really enjoyed Morgan versus Josiah. That was freaking awesome. Wish they would have kept Rufus around. That's my one flaw this week. I don't really see the point in that one. If anybody can help me understand why they killed off Rufus, aside from breaking the fight up, like if there's any other better reason than that, because to be honest, I don't know. I would have tried to write around that. Honestly, I really would have, because killing off Rufus, I just don't really see the purpose of it. I really don't. It was kind of sad for no reason, you know, like unless there's a bigger reason going forward, but I don't really see it having a big impact, honestly. Yeah, I don't think they should have done that. But Josiah as a character and the twin brother as a character, good God, he was good. He was really, really good. So, yeah, guys, that is my thoughts. This week's episode of Fear, very, very good. As usual, season 7 doing really good right now for me. And this episode, I'm going to give a solid 9 out of 10. I thought it was very, very good. I thought it was a very well done episode, and I thought it was a very good episode for Morgan, and decent one for Sarah, and in particular, Josiah, I thought was a really, really great character in this one. So, anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching the video. Write your comments in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if you're new here, click to subscribe to don't miss some of my videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Walking Dead videos, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
She won't have anything to do with me after this.